back, everybody, to another episode of Drena Finds Out. This week, I'm sitting down and chatting with Miss Stephanie Piper. She is the Sexual Assault Program Manager at the Center for Nonviolence here in Gulfport. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming out. So this week I want to focus on programs here locally on the coast that may need donations or to bring awareness to these type of places where people can go and get help. Because around the holiday time, I find that people are always looking to give and to donate in various ways. And also people are in need. So I want to talk to different organizations that help people or that need to be helped. So I want to talk about your program. I know you're with the Gulf Coast Center for Nonviolence, so can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, we are the oldest and largest domestic violence shelter services and programs in the state of Mississippi. We've been here 42 years providing services. We started off doing domestic violence, and we've expanded the program to sexual assault, and we've got a legal clinic and court advocates. We've got a survivors of homicide program. We've got 2 shelters on the coast, one in Harrison County and one in Jackson County. We've got a community education program. We try to do some of everything.
So you don't have to just be a woman to come there and get help?
No, we do services for males and females, young and old, and I like to say everybody between cradle and grave. We're working with pregnant moms, we're working with elderly people, anybody that needs help from intimate partner violence, basically.
So whenever people do they have to contact you guys? Is it something that they have to get referred by police or judges, or can they reach out to you on their own?
All of our services for victims are free, and anybody that needs help can call us directly. We don't have to have referrals. We do get referrals, but we don't have to have a referral to help somebody. Okay. Our shelter is open 24/7. Our hotline is open 24/7. If somebody needs help, call us.
Has it took a hit on, like, everybody I feel like has taken a hit during COVID? Have y'all had to slow down the way y'all reached out to people since then, or?
We're not doing as much community education, but our doors have not closed except for the hurricane, and we were still receiving crisis calls during the hurricane, but we didn't close our doors. We still had clients in shelter.
Yeah.
We are working really hard and trying really hard to, expand our services with COVID. So we're doing more Zoom meetings and more webinars and things like that. But we're still getting out there, and we're still doing services for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault.
So I know that y'all have many different departments, but your main focus is about sexual assault?
Yes.
Is that something that you've always been passionate about?
No. When I got this job, I was told that it was just like domestic violence, and I have a background in domestic violence. I lost my sister to domestic violence, 15 years ago. And I knew I wanted to do something so that other people didn't have to lose a sister like me.
Yeah.
And when I got this job, I thought it was going to be similar to that, but sexual assault and domestic violence are 2 completely different animals. But I cannot see myself doing anything other than working with victims of sexual assault.
Yeah. So is there anything that you all need, that people can donate to you all, or what way can they help? If they want to choose your organization to help, what are ways they can do that?
Well, right now we're doing our Christmas program. We're adopting our active clients out to community members with their Christmas wish lists. It's not a long list; it's a short list. But we're looking to fulfill people's Christmas wishes especially now during coronavirus and the hurricane. And we need it more now than ever because people are not as, fortunate as they were in past years. So if you want to donate to the Christmas program, just email us at christmas@gccfn.org, and we will definitely get back with you. You don't have to take a whole family. You can do a single person. You can do 1 child. You can do 5 families. We are open to whatever. Or you can donate money to us to help fulfill somebody else's Christmas wish list if they don't have anything. And if you don't want to do Christmas and you just want to help us, we always need cleaning supplies. Always. We always need pillows. We always need baby wipes. We always need large diapers, bleach, things to help us stay clean. And if you don't have that, then you can call us up and ask us what we need, and we'll gladly tell you over the telephone. Our phone number is 228-435-1968.
And is that the best way to, whenever they want to make a donation, besides the email, do they need to call that number in order to know where to bring those items to that they...
Yes, call us first. We don't have anybody just show up at the door. We're at an undisclosed location for a reason.
Right.
We don't put our address out there so that anybody can just show up and scare us.
Right.
But yes, we'll meet somebody to pick up the items if they want us to, and we're perfectly happy doing that.
Yeah. So what about like clothing, coats, like anything like that? Is that something that y'all accept, or?
It's a case-by-case basis for us taking used items because we don't have the space available at the center to have a lot of used items. So we've got a great relationship with the Humane Society in Gulfport. If you take your used items to them and tell them that it's for us, then we'll get credit for it. And our people can go there kind of like with gift cards and go shopping for free.
Okay. So they have a store at the Humane Society. I don't think a lot of people knew that. I didn't know that until recently. Because somebody was like, oh, I'm going to the thrift store. I'm like, which one? I'm like, at the Humane Society. I didn't know that was there.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a good, so they take a voucher there and they can get what they need. Okay. That's good to know because a lot of people want to know where they need to bring those items to.
Yes.
And where they can be of service.
But if you have household items like a couch or a bed or plates or silverware or pots and pans, things like that, and you're about to get rid of them, call us because we might have somebody moving out that might need it then.
Okay.
But again, that's case by case because we don't have a lot of people moving out on the same day, and we don't want to have like 10 couches and nobody to give it to.
So is there ever an instant, are there only certain situations that people can contact y'all for to get help?
Yes. We are not a homeless shelter. And a lot of times people think when we have the word shelter, we would take anybody. And yes, we take anybody, but they have to meet the criteria. We are a domestic violence shelter. Somebody has to be scared or they have to be in imminent danger to come into shelter. We've got a lot of programs, and we have a housing program, the transitional housing program, but we are trying really hard to get people from not being injured. And I'm trying to stress that because sometimes there's a misconception about what services we do have. If somebody is in danger now and you know that they're in danger now and you give them our phone number, we can help them immediately.
Yeah.
If they can get to the shelter, then we can provide them with shelter. We have a lot of people that don't realize what they're going through is domestic violence or it is dangerous. And then you have people on the outside looking in going, he's or she is going to kill you, and they call us and we can help them with the safety plan, getting their important papers together, getting their money together, making a plan to get out, how they're going to get out, when they're going to get out so that they can get to a safe place. They don't have to come to the center for shelter if they've got somewhere else safe that they can go, but they can come to us and receive counseling. We have group counseling and individual counseling. We've got life skills groups. We've got all kinds of services for people that don't live at the center as well. We're open to help the community, and we know that the community has different needs, so it's case by case.
How do people reach out if they want to work with y'all?
Our website is gccfn.org, and if you want to work with us, you can check out the employment part on the website, or if you want to volunteer with us, we've got an awesome volunteer coordinator. Her name is Charlotte Brown. Her email address is cbrown@gccfn.org, and she would love to have some volunteers come through. You can volunteer with the sexual assault program. I'm always looking for quality volunteers that want to help me go to hospitals and advocate for victims after they've been sexually assaulted. So yeah, absolutely. Call us.
We have a group that was started by DeVario Anderson. It's called Save Girls, and he did it in honor of his cousin that was murdered by her ex-boyfriend. So I'd love to have you come out and talk to them about things like that. All these topics really, because they're all important. And I think the way to get yourself out of a situation is not in being educated and not putting yourself in a position to have those things happen. Not victim blaming. Did that come off like I was victim blaming?
A little bit.
Not victim blaming at all, but just being educated and to be able to acknowledge, hey, this is what this is, or this is what it looks like.
we have a Green Dot program that we do. It's a bystander intervention program so that people can know what to do to help somebody else that's in an intimate partner violence situation. Like we help with domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, bullying, and child abuse. Like if you see somebody that is about to be hurt, then there are 3 things that you can do. It's direct, delegate, or distract. Like directly, you can directly go up to somebody and say, hey, do you need some help? Or hey, stop doing that if it's safe. I'll never tell you to do anything directly to somebody if it's gonna put you in harm's way.
Right.
You can delegate. Everybody's got a cell phone these days. You can delegate to 911. 911, what's your emergency? I see something going on. Please send someone. Or you can delegate to somebody's friends. Please go help them. You can delegate to a bartender. You can delegate to a teacher, a parent. You can, put it off on somebody else that you know is going to be able to take care of it when you don't feel comfortable enough to do it yourself. And the last one is distract. You can honk the horn. You can act like you're lost and intervene somehow. There was an awesome distraction video where there's a fight on a subway in New York, and this lady and this guy were like going at it, and this guy was eating Pringles, and he just stood in the middle of them until everybody was just calm. He didn't get hit, but he put himself as a distraction so that they could calm down. That's just one of 3 ways that somebody can do something. So we don't want anybody to do everything by themselves, but we want everybody to do something so that we can lessen the domestic violence and intimate partner violence in our communities.
Yeah. I'm so happy that you came and talked to me about this because I feel so educated. I have to have you come back again when it's not just about the holiday time, but I think you gave us a lot of good information. So thank you for coming out. Is there anything else you feel like you need to say?
Call us.
Well, thank you for talking to me, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you
for
having me.